Okay, students, now the next slide we will study about features of democracy. Features of democracy. Okay, here the first feature of democracy is major decisions by elected leaders. Major decisions by elected leaders. It means who takes important decisions in a democratic nation. Before discussing about India, again we will go through the examples which are given in your textbook. First example is about Pakistan. Okay, in Pakistan, earlier story I am telling you, when General Pervez Musharraf was ruling, he led a military coup in October 1999 to overthrow a democratically elected government and declared himself the chief executive. See here in 1999 what had happened. Pervez Musharraf led a military coup. It is nothing but to overthrow the democratically elected government. He led a military coup. It means how he could do this, like by using the military power, the democratically elected people were removed from the position. Are you getting my point? It means military rule exists there. Correct? So in Pakistan in the year 1999, it was done by General Pervez Musharraf that he wanted to rule and he wanted to take the charge, the administrative system. So he attacked the elected government and declared himself as the chief executive. And again in 2002, what he did is he became the president through referendum. Okay, what is this referendum? Just here, referendum is nothing but it is like say yes or no to my rule. It's like a direct vote. It means it's a direct vote in which the entire electorate is asked to either accept or reject a particular proposal. Like for example, now all electorate have gathered. Electorate means now the entire now the people have gathered there, and if someone asks like whether you want my rule or no, say yes or no, then how it becomes very difficult, because you know that when you go to vote in the election also, there is a privacy, like nobody can get to know for whom you have voted, for which party you have voted, because that kind of confidentiality is mentioned here. Sorry, confidential it is, but here how it is direct, like you have to say on the face only whether you want somebody's rule or no, whether you support that proposal or no. That kind of a system was used by General Pervez Musharraf. And see, when somebody is very strong, powerful, and he is asking like will you support me or no, then it becomes little difficult for the people to say no. That system was called as referendum, which was used by General Pervez Musharraf. It means out of fear only people supported him. So this is how in 2002 General Pervez Musharraf passed one more order, that is called as legal framework order. Okay, you may be worried now regarding referendum. Once again I'll tell you, when people said that they are okay with his rule, then what benefit he got? He got extension of his power. Like now he is already declared himself as the chief executive. Now it will be extended, his power, the tenure will be extended because he has used a referendum. Because here once now the prime minister or the chief minister is elected in India, by chance he loses his power, then what will happen? Again there will be a re-election system. Again people will get a chance to what is that, elect their representatives. But here when you use referendum, what will happen is that without having election, you are directly saying yes or no to somebody's rule. So this benefit he got by using referendum, extension of his presidential term. Okay, after that what he did is in 2002 he passed one order that is called as legal framework order. What is this legal framework order? What are the benefits? According to this, president can dismiss national or provincial assemblies. Okay, what is the benefit of a legal framework order? President can dismiss national or provincial assemblies. What do you mean by national and provincial assemblies? Like, see, students, legislative assembly, you know about it. Legislative assembly is what? Legislative assembly, legislative council, Indian parliament system. These are all law making bodies, right? So the same way in Pakistan, he dismissed the national or provincial assemblies. It means now law making authority is not given to anyone. Okay, next is work of the civilian cabinet is supervised by National Security Council, by National Security Council, that is called as NSC. Okay, who is a civilian cabinet? Ministers, right? So all the ministers, they may be bureaucrats, whoever they are, when they are ruling, when they are making any taking any important decisions, they are all under supervision. And who is supervising? National Security Council is supervising, and this NSC was military. So who Pakistan? General Pervez Musharraf, or army took final decision in Pakistan. So such countries cannot be called democratic countries even though elections were held, but real power is in the hands of army. Then what is the use of such democratic nation? But in India, major decisions are taken by the elected members only, and they follow the proper rules and regulations which are mentioned in our Indian constitution.